Woo! Hello everyone, this is Rexcelsior here with a look at the LEGO Movie 2 Rexcelsior, or the LEGO Brofist, which is perhaps one of the most anticipated sets of summer 2019 ever since pictures from Gizmodo for the London Toy Fair were shown. As you saw right now, this can actually shoot like a Nerf gun or anything of that nature. I really love the way it shoots because the 6 spring-loaded missiles are actually loaded into the machine like a magazine, so you can press the trigger 6 times rapidly without ever worrying about having to reload. The mechanism can look complicated, but it's actually very simple. First, let's examine this magazine-like creation. It's pretty bland, and because this magazine is entirely covered by the Rexcelsior, you don't have to worry about it. Essentially, the magazine just falls down as the bottom missiles get shot. On the back, there is a trigger that's pushing and pulling back a long Technic beam. This beam comes all the way up to the front, and it just pushes the missile a little to the side so that it activates. This mechanism is clever and effective. Moreover, if we get the small front part out of here, you will see 6 more spring-loaded missiles here. I love that this Rexcelsior provides extra missiles because I always end up losing them, and it's nice that the playability of the set isn't ruined just by losing a couple of missiles. Its front looks exactly like a LEGO Brofist, with its 4 fingers and the thumb on the side, which can actually be articulated a bit. However, it only rotates on the one axis, so it really isn't for articulation. When the Rexcelsior of summer 2019 was revealed by Gizmodo for the London Toy Fair, I expected the entire hand to be able to fit inside the Rexcelsior and to have it go over your fist. Unfortunately, this isn't the case here. I feel like LEGO feared that people would put this on their hand and use it to punch other people using the same principle when they put on metal rings. I feel like some mock makers will probably modify the interior design of the set to kick someone's rear end. Now you have probably noticed these weird stickers that say 16+, even though this set is targeted towards 10-year-olds. Maybe, in the LEGO world, it's legal to operate this vehicle if you're over 16. The front fingers have very clever detailing, and I like the use of various different pieces. These sections honestly remind me of the UCS Y-Wing we got back in 2018. The right of the fist has a hidden, openable compartment. We can observe the nice gym here with a yoga ball. And on the bottom, we get a little tiny sound room because we all love music. Moving to the right, we get another compartment with Emmet's rocket house inside. Compared to the actual house, this build is tiny. One can only imagine what the set would look like if it weren't micro-scale. The setup with the openable compartments reminds me a lot of the Atlantis Neptune carrier because that set also had similar features. In my opinion, the left is far more interesting because the entire panel opens up. On the top, we get a cute little Rexplorer and a mechanical arm. On the other side of the dividers, we can see just a couple of more Rex vehicles. On the bottom, we get a cool control panel and a weird, colorful station here. Moving to the top, we can closely examine the bridge. I love the overall shape, however it does look pretty vulnerable to attacks. If we take the roof off, Tiny Rex and Emmet will be revealed. They're just so cute, and other than that, there is really nothing too special here with the bridge. This micro-scale representation of the interior is a nice cherry-on-top addition. On the front, there is a little control panel sticker on a cheese slope, which I wish was an actual printed element. There are also these 90-degree corner pieces to imitate chairs, which is very creative. And if you want creative micro-scale building techniques, go with this set, and it's one of the biggest reasons I highly recommend getting this set. Moving a little to the back, we can observe a nice skating ring with actual skates behind the control panel and all the way to the back. I'm glad LEGO incorporated this, however, minifigures won't be able to skate here because it's just too small for them. But don't worry, microfigures would still be able to skate on giant skateboards. Moreover, there are 2 blue baby velociraptors drinking from a water fountain. In my opinion, they are a very nice addition to this set, and I think the tiny velociraptors are going to get valued by stop-motion makers like LSB Productions because they can easily tell a story of a dinosaur. Shout out to LSB Productions, he makes amazing stop motions and dog videos with his Boston Terrier, which is very cute. I actually collaborated with him and talked about power miners. The collaboration is coming very shortly, hopefully by tomorrow. At the back of each side is a heavy cargo bay, and these panels look phenomenal. I really like these stained lime green windows with the 2 exhausts on each side. I appreciate the thought put into this set, and it really looks like a UCS set instead of one targeted towards 10-year-olds. Opening the panel, we can see the cute velociraptors controlling the ship. I believe this one on the left is responsible for firing the missiles, and I must say the interior looks far better than what we saw in the Rexplorer. there are a couple more dinosaurs consulting the main control panel, which has the positioning system radar, and many other cool things of that nature. The other side is pretty much the same. Some people may find that as an issue, however personally I don't because I love symmetry. On the top there is also a nice rear spoiler. I don't think it's used to stabilize the craft because it's the only airfoil I see here. There aren't any wings or rudders in the spacecraft. Most likely this is primarily a spacecraft and it won't be able to perform efficiently inside of an atmosphere. I like the way it's designed because it complements the overall shape and it's a beautiful addition. In my opinion, it is spot on, and I really can't imagine the Rexcelsior designed any other way. Now we have finally made it to the back, which features 4 gigantic engines. Just look at how the engines completely dwarf the microfigures. One can only imagine what the Rexcelsior 20839 would look like in real life. The bottom 2 engines can articulate left and right. This is a necessity in order to properly control the Rexcelsior. However, only the bottom engines can move, not the top ones. So this really should be treated like a capital ship because it's not maneuverable. I like the pieces used to decorate the engines because they remind me of turbofan engines in real airplanes. The gigantic engines are a great addition to this set, and they give it its iconic look. Before I wrap up and observe the minifigures, please take one last look at the set. It's a true behemoth for only 150 bucks. With that, you get 1,826 pieces. That's pretty much a steal because you're only paying 8 cents per piece instead of the usual 10. As of right now, you can only buy this set at Target because they released these sets an entire month early. I recommend calling as many different Targets as you can in your area because I had to call at least 10 different Targets to find one that has this set. First up is Emmet. He gets this really nice new stubble Emmet face printing, and I absolutely love it because it's exclusive to this set and to 2019, and I recommend people get this set just because of his facial printing. His alternate face printing is sad, and his stubble dots are sort of smeared all over the place. He gets the exact same torso printing as Rex, well that's because he's Rex's new friend. And I don't believe his leg printing is anything new or special. I love Stubble Emmet, it's my favorite figure of 2019. Next up is
Rex Dangervest.
He's pretty much the same as the Rex found in the Rexplorer. Rex is a cool minifigure because of his new to 2019 hairpiece. If you haven't gotten Rex before, I recommend getting this set because of his new hairpiece. Rex has an angry face and a happy face. His torso printing is nothing new, nor are his leg printings. All in all, I like the 2 minifigures and I think they're a great addition to this set. So please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to keep up with more LEGO news. This is your Brick Sales here, and I'll see you in the next one.